Hello, everyone. On behalf of the management of the Virtual Institute for Capacity Building Higher Education, VICBE, I welcome you to module number 9 on writing grant-winning proposals and fundraising. These are lesson number 1, and today is August the 8th, 2024. It's a delight to present this lesson to you. I am Peter Okebukola, and today, this lesson number 1, we will be looking at a number of things. So there are 3 key objectives of this lesson. One is for us to explain what a concept note is. You recall that the topic of the lesson is concept note for research grant proposal. That's writing the concept note. So what are the objectives? The first thing is for us to explain what the concept note is. Second is that we'll list the typical subheads, typical sections of a concept note. And the third, we're going to provide a guide on how you can write each section of the concept note. We'll be looking at the good examples and the bad examples. This training, which we have called the mother of all trainings in writing grant proposals, is for for proposals for all granting agencies in Nigeria, other parts of Africa, in the rest of the world. So we'll be able to put together for you a database of funding agencies compiled by these scholars here that joined me doing this. So what is the table of contents looking like? You see, the National Universities Commission has what we call 13 disciplines. These are clusters of knowledge areas: administration and management, agriculture, all the way to veterinary medicine, alphabetical order, and then a general one. So what we have done is to bring together one-stop shop of all these funding agencies, at least the ones that we were able to extract, and we have this document which we're going to share with all of you. So this training is not only about TED Fund. TED Fund is a subset of it. That TED Fund is Tertiary Education Trust Fund that has been implementing its National Research Fund. The 2024 edition is what we're targeting here. But for this training, it's a generic thing. We're going to train you for all the disciplines and for every part of the world. Yeah, let me give you a glimpse of this database. So you have the funding agencies for the different, let's go to basic medical sciences. So what I've done is to have the international funding agencies, and then the ones that are in Nigeria. So communication and media studies, you can see international, United Kingdom, that's also part of international, and Nigeria, international computing, Nigeria. So that is how this thing looks like. And it goes all the way to veterinary medicine and then to general. Hey, I'm sure you will love this compilation. So that's the global one. Now let's look at the national one, the TED Fund, National Research Fund. So it has these 3 categories and the thematic areas, which you are all familiar with. So what we gave you practical 1. Hey, practical 1, what is the goal? What we wanted to do was to find out where you are with regard to writing concept note for research grant proposals. We were that we have 5,000. Yes, 5,002 participants are enrolled in this course, and all scholars, one and all. And so we thought, okay, now let's look at where you are so that we can build on it. So that's the goal of practical number 1. And as I communicated to you in an email yesterday, I went through largely all the 2,500 something proposals, concept notes that were sent in. And I tell you, I was amazed and I was happy. And I came to the conclusion that here we are with the best in the land. So congratulations. So what we intend doing is to build on, we've noted where you are. That's your baseline. That's the baseline. And then we'll keep building on this. So let's see now. Let's have a review of what you submitted for practical one. A very brief review. First, let's see those that submitted. So you can see I have a long list here. 2,500. Let's look at what we have at the end there. We have 2,316. A few duplication. And I will warn you that please don't make duplicate entries. So, but let's dig a little bit down to see some of the sample concept notes. Let's take a quick look at three of them. Okay, if you want to see what else we have here, we have quite a number of them here. So I just selected a sample. Let's take Olukumoro Lugbenga. So that's what we have. English to Yoruba time translator application for Android device. Very interesting. Like I said, almost all of the submissions are interesting. Category thematic area. So it's looking for 2 million. Oh, I'm going to write the check right now. Hey, I will write the check for you. May I not be third funded. Now, if you look at a number of words, you find that's 1,337 just within it. Because the maximum is what? Did I hear you say 1,500? And then you are right. 1,500. So you have background of your research, just the sequence of the request from third fund. So this is very good, research team. Congratulations. Okay, let's take a second one. Honor is good. Asking for 2 million. Dr. Chidi Ebere, Honor, Kingsley Ozumba Mbadiwe University. You can see he has, hey, look at it, exactly 1,500 words. You should watch out for it because one word outside that may cause you to lose marks. You can see it's executive summary and the rest. Very good. Like the others. Okay, he has a 3-page. I asked you to make it maximum 3, 4. So he's just going. Following instruction is one thing that's very important, and they have done exactly that. Okay, let's take the third one. Isa Sahid, very good. Also, you can see synthesis and characterization of microwave assisted acidified silica and the rest of them. Good. Nanoparticles, that's a good thing. Nanotechnology is a nice area. So that's what we have, a summary. But you notice what I've noticed immediately as soon as I saw this? We said single line spacing. This is not single line spacing, like 1.5. 2, we wanted you to have 1,500 words. He has 5,839 words. So this puts somebody off almost immediately. But this is still good. I read through. So please follow instructions and you will not miss a rule, do. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, I reviewed most of the practical one submission. I found them to be great. I've just shown you samples. So you've done very well. Let's look at objective number 1 for this lesson. What is a concept note? Of course, you know what it is. You've all practiced it. Practice it. So it's a preview of your proposed project. It's like, I'm watching the Olympics now, and the stadium, Stade de France, you find that you have like an aerial view of the entire stadium. So you can see several of the sports happening, field, track, and all of that. So what this one does is what the concept note is a prelude to your full project, of course, and it provides the key elements of your objectives, activities, special outcomes, and the rest of them. Now, the idea of the concept note, why funders ask for that first, is to capture the attention. Is to let them have a feel of what you want to do, whether it fits in with a goal, with their themes, with the mandate of the organization. So what you need to do in the concept note is to capture the attention of the potential funder. I like this word, enticing. You have to entice them. You have to tell them, say your soup sweet, even before they taste the soup, before you submit a comprehensive project. It's a chance. A concept note now is a chance to dazzle your funders with the brilliance of your idea. Let's go to objective number 2, which is to list the typical subheads of a concept note. So if you look at the concept notes from different funding agencies, you find that you have some that are like core, essential, project title, executive summary, problem statement, project objectives, methodology, expected outcomes and impact, budget summary. Of course, you also have some additional subheads depending on the granting agency, background and context, literature review, target beneficiaries, project activities, monitoring and evaluation, sustainability, partnerships, organizational capacity. Now, third form is asking for something quite related to the general, but some areas are specific. So it's saying that you should provide a background of the research, give the statement of the problem, objectives of the research, research questions, literature review, research methodology, expected results, innovation, the references, research team, for you to submit this as a 1,500 word document. These details of the following sections are only accessible after acceptance of a concept note. So the plan now, make the note here, the plan now is for us to, these 5,000 of us, those that are eligible, for TED fund, it's only the public universities that are eligible. But the private universities, we are training you too to be able to access funds, grants in different places. You can see our database. Just go there and you find some pot of money somewhere to support your research. So what are we doing here? What we're doing here is to combine all of them, all the essential, the additional, and TED fund into our practice for this course. We told you it's mother of all training programs. See, if you get all of these things in, all of these are subheads for your concept note. If you go to NSF, National Science Foundation, if you say they want this, they will be here. There's none whatsoever that you can find some or all of this. So it's like training you. You are, let me use military analogy if you don't mind. You are in the army, and then you say, you need to be able to fly an aircraft, a warplane. So we're training you also that you can also fly a warplane. Hey, you want to you want to steer a submarine. You have to steer the submarine. So the idea is to train you in all of this. Okay, so about halftime, so let's go on a short break. Well, let's go on. During the break, we're on break now, by the way, we're on break. I'm going to give you a short quiz. The short quiz is, how many universities do we have in Nigeria today, the 5th of August, 2024? Bam, bam, bam. We're counting down. Hey, I can see some hands up. But most of the hands are from NUC, so they know the thing. They are our NUC participants. But let me tell you what they are, what the universities are. The distribution is federal universities, we have 62 of them. State universities, 64. Private universities, 148. Together today, 5th of August, 2020. Where somebody sees you, hey, where are you from? I'm from Nigeria. Where? I'm from the ADM University of Education, or I'm from Kano, Bayo University, Kano, or from University of... Oh, can you tell me how many universities you have in Nigeria? And you are looking, no, you can't be a product of Vigbe. Vigbe people were on top. So you will say, oh, we have 274 universities in Nigeria today. So that ends the break. Okay, welcome back from the break, and we're going to take on our third and final objective for this lesson. And what is that? Is to provide a guide for writing each of the sections in the concept note, including examples of good and bad practice. So what this means is that we're going to tell you what this project title, as a summary, background, context, problem statement, all the way to research team. How we're going to give you a guide as how you will write this or drag the thing. So let's take the first one. First one is project title. You see, the title of the project is what the reviewer or what the funding agency will encounter first. So you got to put your best foot forward. Someone said that the hood does not make the monk, but you see, if you have somebody that, oh, you see the person for the very first time, the person has a smile on, he or she is well dressed and all that, the chances of being attracted to that person, the chances are high. So your project title should be very exciting, very stimulating. Hey, what am I doing? Aroma. Should have that aroma. Then when you see the title, so the title should not be drab. So what are the things, the guide for title? You should use active verbs such as determining, identifying, establishing, an action and a forward-thinking tone to your title. You should avoid generic words, proposal on this, study of this. Avoid them. Not that you cannot have them, but avoid them. Be clear and specific. Ensure the title clearly conveys the main goal or focus of the proposal, and avoid vague or ambiguous terms. Be concise. Aim for brevity while still conveying essential information. A good title is usually no more than 12 to 15 words. TED font will want you to not exceed 20 words. In fact, most places they will say 20 words. So you will see when I come here, you'll see that my title is about 17 words. Highlight the impact, use active language, avoid jargon, reflect the scope, consider the audience, be original. Be original. Stand out from other proposals by being unique and innovative. Avoid generic titles that could apply to many projects. Yeah, so you don't have a title. Don't just jump and move. Share with your friends. Spend time refining your title. You get feedback from colleagues or mentors to ensure it is both clear and compelling. Let me give you a bad example. A bad example for the project title is CTCA and Students' Performance in STEM. It wouldn't be that one. But the good one is exploring. I told you, establishing, identifying, exploring the impact of the cultural techno-contextual approach on breaking barriers of Nigerian students to improve performance in science. When somebody says this, say, oh, yeah, the students are not doing so well in science, and science and technology is the backbone of development and all of that. So how do we break that barrier? Oh, there's one tool that is coming up, an approach. Oh, yes, this may be quite interesting. So even from the title, they will just get into it. So let's move on now. Let's look at the others. I say from title all the way down. What I've tried to do, you see, if I take this thing one by one, this lesson is going to last 200 hours. In Allah, exaggeration be that. It's going to be too long. So what I've done is to now send to you, alongside this video, I'm going to send this one, the TED font guidelines. You already have this. I'm still going to send to you. The guidelines for TED font are clear. Our project title. Give the title of the project. The title should not be more than 20 words. Executive summary. Provide a summary of the research project. Paying due attention to that. Keywords. Provide this. Project duration. And it goes on like that. Now, what about the others other than TED font? I told you that this training is generic one. I'm not going to send you this 33-page document. Project proposal and concept note writing. You'll find this to be helpful. They will take you all the way from the project title to the end there. So there is a component of this a section that I want to pay special attention to, because it's a section that many proposal writers flunk. They don't do well in it. That's about the objectives, stating the objectives. Now, the objectives should be SMART. What should be SMART? SMART objectives. What does that mean? It means the objective is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So let me give you an example from my study. The one I'm going to be proposing, actually won several grants on this one, several. Exploring the impact of this. I read it out before. And this my book, 2020 book, I have a website. There's this one here. that has details of all our studies related to this approach for breaking barriers to learning. A good one would be by December 2025, you can see it's now time bound. Increase the number of students earning credit level pass in SSC, biology, and chemistry by 20%. I'm putting something that you can measure through the implementation of CTC in selected secondary schools in Lagos and Kano State. So fantastic. Hey, I'm praising myself. Well, of course not. When these are jump from this thing, must not. Okay, fine. So that's it. This is the good one. Look at the bad one. To improve students' performance in SSC, biology, and chemistry. We find this in most places, in most objectives that are not smart. So let's try to make our objectives to be smart. So what have we done in this lesson? What I've done in this lesson is that we'll explain what a concept note is. We listed the typical subjects. I provided a guide for writing each of the sections in the concept note, including examples of good and bad practices. And as I said, I'm going to be referring you to the attachments or to the documents that will guide you through the middle part of this. Yeah, so that being our lesson number 1, what is the next thing? Next thing is for you to do practical number 2. And what's practical number 2 to look like? This is the guide to practical 2. We want you to develop a revised concept note. You know, you did practical 1, your concept note, and it was about 3-4 pages. Now we want maximum 10 pages. Note single line spacing. Now this time you're going to use all the subheads in the combined table of contents. I'm going to attach that to you. The mail will go out as attachment 1. Then use the suggestions from this video guide on practical 2 and attachments 2, 3, and 4. Attachments 2, 3, and 4 will be helpful. So what are these attachments? These attachments are the TETFON document and the one that I said will give you tips on how you write the remaining part of the concept note. Number 2, the top of your concept note should have your name, surname first. That is Okebukola Peter. Surname first, not only surname, your name, surname first. Your institution, my institution, Lagos State University, greatest university in the world. You can see some people are making, come and see. Hey, come and check us out. And the title of the proposal, that will be there on the top. Then note that when you finish, the file name of your concept note must begin with your surname and first name and practical 2, e.g. Okebukola Peter practical 2. That is all. If your name is clashing with somebody else, put your middle name there. Do not style the headings, e.g. as heading 1, heading 2, and so on. This thing I'm talking, I'm going to share it. I'm going to give you this guide. You're going to get a Word document of it. Just make the headings bold. Hey, when are you submitting? Today is a Thursday, the 8th. You are submitting 12 noon, latest on Wednesday, August 14th. Is it a big deal? No. You already have 2 pages, 3 or 4 pages. Even if you do 1 page a day, you should finish by Monday or Tuesday. You're just looking at 10 pages. Just 10 pages. And you should submit. Now, look at it. That's why I highlighted this. Both the online form and the VigBay app. The online form, where are you going to submit it? I'll show you in just 1 minute. Yeah, I didn't take up to a minute too. So this is the document I'm going to send it to you, Guide to Practical 2. I've just read out the first bit. So you submit here, you look for your name in between this and submit here. Hey, good news, good news, good news. You see, some couldn't meet up with practical 1, no problem. But practical 2 is important. It is the cutoff point for those that will continue with us or will not allow to continue with us. So you must do practical 2. Even though you've missed out practical 1, not too much of a problem. So this way you're going to submit. These are the submission links. You'll get this, and you also be in newsletter number 2. I've also provided the scoring of practical 2. You know, these are the sections that I want to see. Project title is 10, essay summary 30, background and context this, and the rest will go on. So you have 500 marks to enjoy in practical 2. Yeah, so back to this. I've told you this is the scoring. Before we go, let me show you a few sample concept notes that are in some template. You have several templates, go online, several templates of concept notes. Yeah, this is one grant sponsoring division, title of the grant. So this like in a table. But what we want from you is not in this kind of table. We want it as a simple, Word document with the subheads there. So that's this one. That's an example of one of the key activities. I'm also going to share this with you as appendix. Yeah, so this is a different one. Concept note for grant proposal, maximum 2,000 words. This one that we'll be doing, you don't have maximum number of words. You only have maximum number of pages for this practical 2. We're going to be extracting the 1,500 for TED font later, but we want the whole thing to be comprehensive. We want the comprehensive one, so this is another one. After this, you then will get approval to get a full proposal. By way of a full proposal example, this is, there are several of the Africa Centers of Excellence is impact. This is a proposal I'd like to develop for Lagos State University, which won the award. So this is it. This is, you can see, you'll be getting this alongside several others. So there are different formats, but the one we want for practical 2 is for you to give us the thing in just like this. There's a summary, title, there's a summary, and the other things that go with it. All right, just one more thing. Hey, we're happy to announce, Big Bay Management is happy to announce that there'll be a certificate of proficiency. We'll issue it at the end of the training, only for those who complete all the tasks and score some minimum mark in the entire thing. So do not miss out from this elite group of those who will earn the proficiency certificate. I wish you all the best, and see you practical 3 that will now be taken by the facilitators for this module. There are 2 of them, Professor Eyitokpe Ogunbodede, who is a crack trainer in fundraising and research grant application, and also Professor. He was the vice chancellor. He was a vice chancellor of Obafemi Awolowo University, and of course you have Professor Joy Eyisi, who was deputy vice chancellor academic of National Open University of Nigeria. Now. Yeah, so that's it for now. Yeah, oh yes, that is it for now. That's the end of our lesson on concept note for research grant proposal. Again, I'm Peter Okebukola. Today, August 8, 2024. God bless you all. Bye-bye.